Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. We are going to try this one sheet wonder technique again. This is the second time around. Hopefully this time I have sound. If you join me on my Facebook page, make sure that you comment if you can hear me or not. It will be up on my YouTube channel, The Stamp Camp, as well after it is recorded. So I'm going to do a one sheet wonder for you today. This time we are using the Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper, and we're going to get 16 cards. That's right, 16 cards from one 12 by 12 sheet of that gorgeous Designer Series paper. Now you could do this with any of those prints in the paper pack. It looks like I am froze again on Facebook. So let me know. I am recording this and hopefully we have some sound this time. But we are going to be using that Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper to get 16 cards. Before we get started, I want to show you of promotion that I have going on for this month. December 1st through the 15th, if you place an online order with me, it is a minimum $50 order and you must use the host code that is available on my blog, www.TheStampCamp.com. I will send you a mystery package in the mail equivalent to the price that you spent on your order. Now, these have been going out. These are a packed box, medium flat rate. I pay the shipping. It is packed with all goodies, retired, used, new, you name it, it is in that box. So if you would like to get your hands on one of those boxes, all you have to do is place a minimum $50 order and use the host code for this month. Now let's get started on today's one sheet wonder. All right. We are going to be using the Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper. We're going to be using this print right here. I copied my PDF on a Windows sheet, and that way I can put it on any print to see how it is going to come out when it is all cut up. Today we are using 3 by 3 squares, so you're going to get 16 out of that one 12 by 12 sheet. Hi Julie, can you comment whether you can hear me or not? I would appreciate that. Thanks so much. This is the print that we are going to be using. You might think, that was probably the ugliest print in the pack. Think again, because you are going to love these cards. So we're going to cut this 12 by 12 at 3 inch by 12 inch strips. So there's 3 inch. You're going to have 4 strips that are 3 inch by 12 inches. 3 inches by 12 inches. I want to just make sure that this, sometimes the paper is a little bit longer than 12 by 12 and that kind of throws off my matting dimensions. So I just make sure that it is 3 by 3 or 3 by 12. Now we're going to cut these 3 by 12s into 3 by 3. You can cut the whole pile like I am, or you can cut them individual strips. Just make sure that your stack stays in line. So there we have our 16 3 by 3. Thank you. Sounds good. Perfect. We have our 16 3 by 3 squares of that Designer Series paper. Now we're going to take those and we're going to mat them on some early espresso cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and do all of my matting and attaching so that when we do the cards, it'll be quick and easy. I've already went ahead and created all my sentiments and the mats. So 16 cards is going to go really quick. You will be surprised. But if you prep all your cardstock ahead of time like I'm doing, they will go really quick. Because I think that the time is in the prep. Cutting all the cardstock and all the squares. Once we get that all done, it really rolls along really quick. So we're just gonna, oops, attach all these little squares. It's kind of hard when I got a piece behind. There we go. So maybe I'll just put adhesive on a few. I like to spread these out on my table where I have more room, and I'll just do the whole line at once. That makes it really quick because you can just keep going with your adhesive. But since I just have a little spot here for when I do my videos, we kind of got to make do. "16 cards, 112 by 12 designer series paper." You are going to love it. You could do, because I'm going to show you with these 16 cards, we're going to do 5 different layouts. So if you wanted to take 5 different sheets of that designer series paper and do one of the layouts per sheet, so 5 sheets, each sheet a different layout, by the time you're done with all 5 of those, you would have 80 cards. Think of that, 80 Christmas cards done that quick and easy. 16 of each of the 5 designs. So pretty good. So if you're like me and you need a pile of Christmas cards, these one sheet wonders are the way to go, because you can have piles in no time, and I think they are beautiful. Now, I didn't add any bling to mine, but you can definitely bling them out with some, I think the festive pearls would be beautiful with these cards, either the gold, the silver, the soft succulent, any of those. Beautiful. Now, I think I have enough squares cut here, hopefully. Yes. All right, we are almost set to get assembling all these gorgeous 3x3s. So there's our pile. We're going to mount them on some of the soft succulent base, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. So our evening evergreen squares were 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then our card base is going to be the evening evergreen, and this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. So we just got to quickly go through. Basically, this is how many cards can I get 16 cards done, and what's the time frame, right? Probably, if I had to guess, I would say maybe 20 minutes. We'll see. I've got most of the prep work, so it's just cutting and assembling, probably 20 minutes. Prep work, probably 20 minutes. I see you and hear you loud and clear. One sheet wonders are my faves, mine too. I haven't been doing them for a while, and now I just started back up again. I do have a bunch of them on my YouTube channel, which is TheStampCamp.com. If you go to the playlist and search for One Sheet Wonders, you'll see a bunch of them come up. We are almost ready to roll here. All right. There we go, 16 card bases. Now, the images that I use, or the dies that I use to do my sentiment mats, I use the All That dies, the circle, the oval, this one here. The sentiments are all from the Leaves of Holly bundle. I used all the sentiments, and then I also use that die. So my dies that I use are mix and match. I like to layer up my dies and mix and match them. I'm also using the Peaceful Deer stamp set. I'm going to use these trees in here. So those are the stamp sets and dies that I used for all the cards. We're going to start out with 3. We'll do 3 at a time, and the last one will have 4. Since I have 5 designs, 5 does not go into 16 evenly, so we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to start with 3 of them. And this is the Evening Evergreen ink. And we are going to, start by stamping our trees along the bottom edge. And I like to go the 2 outside edges first, and then come into the center. That kind of evens it all out. So we're going to do that to these 3. So we're doing 5 different designs, and we'll do 3 of each, except for the last one we'll do 4 of that one. So there's our trees. Now we're going to attach our little 3 by 3 here to the tops. So attach those. Now I am keeping all mine flat as far as I'm not using dimensionals, because this way it just doesn't get thick in mailing. And when you send a lot of Christmas cards out, the flatter, the cheaper you can mail them, actually, the better. Save yourself some money. Now we're going to attach those to our card base, which again is the Evening Evergreen. And we'll come in with, get these all attached. Right, beautiful. Now we're going to add our sentiments. So the sentiments, I have a variety. You could use all the same. You could switch them up. The choice is yours. This one I use the stitched, stylish stitch shapes, the banner on that, and then this is from the All That, and that's from the All That die. And all the sentiment words are from the Leaves of Holly bundle. So we're just going to stick that on those. Aren't they pretty? And how easy and simple is that? I bet you didn't know that you could get so many cards out of a 3 by 3 piece of designer series paper. But that's our first stack. All right, so our next stack, we're going to come in and we are going to create these horizontally. We're going to start by sticking our little 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 pieces on. Just like that. I bet you're kind of liking this print now. Before you probably thought, I don't know if I care for that print, but I love it. Okay, now we're going to use the bigger tree from the stamp set. That again was the Peaceful Deers. And we're going to stamp that right here along the side. All right, and then we're going to come in with our sentiments again. And again, I used a bunch of different ones just so you get the idea of the different looks, different sentiments. But you could use all the same. If you wanted all your cards to be identical, go ahead and use all the same sentiment. The ink is the Evening Evergreen, so I've only used 1 ink pad. Now we're going to attach these to our card bases. You're just going to turn that to the side. You can see I forgot to show you the inside. I won't put the insides in all on camera because it's all going to be done the same, but I will show you what I did for the inside. Oh, I almost put the outside inside. All right, so if you wanted to bling these out, You could easily add some gold festive pearls at the top or randomly on the trees. You could put one at the top and one around. There's lots that you could do. I think they are gorgeous just like this. Now for the inside, I would take a piece of white that is 4 by 5 1/4. You could take the little trees like we used on the first one and just put a little roll in this corner there. You could use the bigger one like we just did and put him in the corner. Make sure that you stamp your envelope as well so that it's pretty inside and outside the envelope. Again, these trees are from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. So let me stick that in there, and I'm going to bring in one of my, oh, that was in the wrong direction. Okay, we'll use that for another one coming up because we are going to be doing horizontal again. So those are those 3. At the end, I'll bring them all in so you can see all 5 different layouts. So these are going to be horizontal again. I got to try to remember to keep over to the side. All right, and we're going to put our little 3 by 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 on, just like we did. This card is similar to the last one. You're just going to change it up a bit, but just that little bit of a change up that I do will change it so it just looks different. Sometimes just a subtle change will change the whole look of the card. So there's those. Now we're going to take the tinier trees, and we're going to stamp that along the side here. All right, and now we're going to attach this to our card front. So the bases are all cut the same. You just change the direction based on your layout that you want. And then we will add our sentiment. This time I used the sentiment strip or die that's in the lovely Leaves of Holly, which is the coordinating to the sentiment came from that. And we're just going to put it on the side. I do need one dimensional on the end there to even out my layers there. But just by positioning your sentiment in a different spot on the card, not using as many layers, you get a totally different look than that card. This was the one we just did. It's similar, but by changing up, making a bigger stamp here and putting your sentiment there, it just changes the whole layout and look of that card. All right, so there's that 3. Now the next one is going to be horizontal again. And we're going to do 3 of those. So we're going to take our pieces, and this time we're going to put them in the center. You're going to be looking at those 3 by 3 pieces of cardstock in a whole new light. I could use my grid and make sure that I'm centered, but I'm just eyeballing it. Glad you came back with sound. Hey, that was, it took us a while to figure out. We had to actually reload my cameras and my whole computer and everything. So I don't know what was going on there, but it's good now, and I'm happy that we're back up and it's running good. So now we're going to take those little trees, and I think you can tell where I'm going with those. All right. Now we're going to add these to our card base. Can you believe we are over halfway done? I don't know if anybody's been keeping track of the time, but like I said, I think these will come together really quick and easy. All right, and now we're going to add our sentiments. So we're going to put them, and again, I just used variety so that you can see which you like the best. You can make them all the same, you can make them all different. Choice is yours. But there's those three in the grouping. Aren't they cool? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Quick and easy. Okay, our final group is going to be 4 this time because, like I said, 5 designs doesn't go 6 ways. Or 16 ways, I should say. So these are going to be added like so. So we're going to attach our squares and we're going to put them towards the top, kind of so that we got the same width on the 3 sides there. Coming in late, well, that's totally fine because it will be up on my YouTube channel as well. And after it's done, you can always go back and watch the replay. All right, we're going to put that there. Now we're going to come in with those little trees. I like the little trees. And we're going to stamp those right down there in the corner. You can do the same corner on your envelope. And when I get done, I'll show you all 5 of the different layouts in the cards. All right, so now we're going to attach them to our card bases. And I'm out of adhesive. So that is one thing. Make sure that you have enough adhesive when you're making all these cards because it does require a lot. Ah. All right, we're back in business. Make sure that my card is opening because I have been known to put the card on backwards or upside down. Those go out to special people. Alright, one card base fell on the floor, so I'll have to quick pick that up a second. Alright, we are in the homeward stretch. We just have to put our sentiments on. So this time, I have these. Now you can pop them up like I did with dimensionals, or you can leave them flat as well. I love all these different dies. They work perfectly with the sentiments. Hi, Nikki. There we have our final 4 in the 16 cards. So all the different layouts. So our final 4. Maybe it's easier if I stack them all on top. I don't know, like that. That's our 5th layout. This was the 4th layout that I did. This was the 3rd. I'm trying to do it so you can see all the different, maybe I'll put that out like that. This one here, and then this was the 1st layout. So there you have the 5 different layouts. Let's see if I can get these all in camera. Pretty good. So again, if you need any supplies, please visit my online website, which is www.TheStampCamp.com. You'll find all the details about these cards. If you're on my YouTube channel, if you click on Show More under the video, you will find a direct link to my blog post as well as to my store. Again, if you want that mystery box, which is place a minimum $50 order, you must use the host code and I will send you a mystery box in the mail free of charge. It is a packed box. Let me show you. Oh, now I changed the camera. It is a packed box, not packed to the top. It has stamp sets, it's got paper packs, it's got bling, it's got ribbons. I mean, there's surprises inside. You are going to love it. You can use it for Christmas gifts or keep it for yourself. Again, that sale or that deal is December 1st through the 15th when you place a minimum $50 order and use the host code for this month. That is it for today. Thanks for stopping by.